Hey, how's it going? My name is Ty Juvinel, or my Lashutsi name is Waksa Walk Walk. Today, I'm going to do a video on how to make a bookmark. This bookmark is a Salish design killer whale design. And this one is actually made out of kind of like a cardstock. And if you keep watching this video, you'll learn a little bit about Salish design, and by the end of it, you should be able to have your own bookmark. So, some of the things you might need for making your bookmark, if you're like many of us or other people, and you know, who are kind of bored at home, you may have leftover boxes. So, if you want to use leftover box cardboard to make your bookmark, you can do that. You can recycle that. So you may need, a box for your paper or cardstock for your paper. That's what this is. That's what I made mine out of. But I had a bunch of leftover cardstock, so I used this. Pencil, maybe an eraser, or maybe your pencil has an eraser on it. And then coloring pencils or crayons, whatever you want to use to color, and some scissors so we can cut out your design. So hopefully you're interested and you will stick around so you can learn how to make your own killer whale, or in the shootsy, call cage bookmark. From so where I like to draw my inspiration from is where I've noticed a lot of the old people used to draw their inspiration from. And if you look at this, if you look at this plank or this piece of wood, you can, some people just see, normal piece of wood. I kind of tend to look at it a little bit differently. And the way I kind of look at it is I kind of see designs in here. So, if you look over here, you start to see a oval. And Salish design, what I like to teach is the basic shapes that we use are ovals, crescents, trigons, and kind of like a U shape. But the U shape kind of has a crescent, or I mean a trigon and a crescent in it, right? So it combines both of them. And when I look at nature, I start to see some of these shapes. I start to find them within the natural world. So there's an oval, and if you look inside, you know, and if you follow right out here, there's a crescent right here, then another crescent right here, right? And this shape right here, I kind of call these the frogs, because if you follow this, I kind of use this for a frog shape. That's what I call a frog head. Whenever I see these on pieces of wood, that's what I refer to them as a frog head. But you can see it right there, plain as day. Ovals, crescents, then if you branch off, trigons. And over here on this side, I kind of call this the bird. And a lot of old artwork, you'll see kind of like they'll do birds and stuff. But there's oval and a trigon right there. Trigon right here. So again, our oval, trigon, and another trigon if you kind of follow these crack marks. which are naturally occurring crack marks. And then if you want to make like a little bird head, you know, then you can make a little bird head. Got a little sparrow head or something, you know. Yep, just a little bird head. So that's kind of how I view Salish design when I think about it is, you know, it is a reflection of nature. And, there's the shapes right in nature. Crescents, trigons, ovals right in the wood, you know. And we're going to use these shapes to make a bookmark. So let's move into that. So whenever I'm doing any design, I try and get an outline of what I'm going to be drawing on or the space that I'm going to be using. And in this case, it's going to be a bookmark. So, you know, when I start out with the bookmark or whatever space, I start breaking it up, parceling it up. And with this, I'll start with the tail. And what I like to do is make a big oval, just like that. So now I have my tail. And then from there, move to this side over here. And I make this shape. And it's kind of a, I don't know what I call it. I guess I call it kind of like a rock. But from here, if I want to make any design, like maybe an eagle design, I can just start putting in the shapes. You know, there's an eagle design. You know, if I wanted it to be a wolf design, you know, then it would just be kind of add in these ears, change the nose a bit. You know, now I kind of got a wolf going on. But right now, we're doing a killer whale design. So for now, we'll leave, I want to leave the snout or the nose just the way it is. And then I'll bring up this brow line. Just like this. So now we have an eyebrow, or the forehead kind of. From there, bring our dorsal fin up to the top. Right. And now from here, I'm going to move to the whale fin because we need something to stop the dorsal fin at. So bring our whale fin line up, and if you want your fin to be fancy, you can go kind of like this, kind of like a long S shape. You can do that style. I've seen people do kind of just like a quarter circle. And I've even seen people just kind of go like that. It's up to you. You know, I'll leave mine just like that. Go back and erase kind of some of these lines right here. And now we got a spot for our dorsal fin to stop. So we can bring this to our tail fin. And then from here, how are we going to make kind of the body of the killer whale? We'll go like this. And then if you want your dorsal fin to be rounded, you can make a nice big trigon right here. Right? Starting to see how we use these shapes. And the way we use the shapes is called positive and negative shapes. We use these positive shapes and negative shapes to make our designs. And what that means is it means kind of like when you look out a window or a doorway. The door is a physical shape, and the cutout is a negative shape. So this outline of the whale, that is a positive shape. These shapes on the inside are negative shapes. They're going to be cutting out the design, right? So that's what we're doing right now. We're cutting out our design with our shapes. So now you got, your dorsal fin, you got your tail fin. Now I like to work on the mouth and kind of build up to the eye. So there's your mouth, and then just a nice straight line, teeth line, teeth line, teeth line. And then I kind of I've seen a lot of people do this in the old stuff too, is I call it like the lips. People will color these different colors and stuff. And then from here, make your eyeball. Oops. And remember, you got an eraser. If you make a mistake, that's why we got an eraser. You know. So there's your eye. Now you got your nose. So let's start filling in. Sometimes on these eyebrow areas, I like to do crescents and trigons. Kind of simple, And same down here, right outside the mouth area. I like to do that too, where I'll do crescent and then trigon. So now we can move on to the dorsal fin. And if you've noticed, I like to do kind of 2 crescents, 1 trigon. I like to do things in 3. And then for the body, 1, 2, 3. So now we're all done in the body. Now we just need to move to the tail. And the tail, if you want to do it quick, some people will just do 2, ovals. Or if you want to do what I'm going to do kind of like a Salish little figure in the middle. The nose, eyebrow, eyebrow, eye, eye, and then the mouth. And if you want to get fancy with it, you can go just like that. And that's it. From here, figure out how you want to color it. Right now, I'm really liking the color yellow, and maybe it's because it's fall, the colors kind of are coming out in full effect. Maybe, you want to make your killer whale green because you miss spring and you want it to be spring again. And again, this is your design or your bookmark. You're going to be using it. So, color however you like, be proud of it. I just hope that it inspires people to become more interested in tribal or Salish art, even Tlingit, formline, just so people can learn about the Coast Salish culture or native culture in general. So, again, reviewing the shapes that we use, everything kind of gets built off of ovals, and then after that, crescents, trigons, and U forms, which kind of combine crescents and trigons. So yeah, hopefully I had fun, and hopefully you learned a little bit, So next time when I have another video, you'll be a little bit more seasoned on Salish design. So again, I hope you had fun making your design, and hope you can watch another one of these videos and everything turns out well with your coloring and drawing.